I'm letting this vending machine pick out which jumbo cow plushie I have to make. Yikes. And I'm not allowed to repick. Have you seen those crochet videos where they have a little jar and they put all these ideas like works in progress or just things that they mean to make, and they pull one out and they have to make it? This is my version of that, and I'm going to be using my vending machine, which is so cool. And yes, this was my Christmas present this year. My husband said they asked if they needed to hide this from the child at the checkout, and my husband could say confidently, no, you do not have to hide it because it's for my wife. So I actually bought this vending machine for craft fairs for this summer. I think this would be so fun to incorporate some type of like little sticker or some type of prize. I don't even know yet. I just love it, and I'm going to be using it for craft fairs. But right now, instead, I am using it to decide which jumbo cow plushie I have to make. So if you've seen this jumbo cow plushie pattern, it is amazing. I love it. It is so cool. It's very kawaii inspired, which I am very into right now. So there's one original jumbo cow plushie, that is the strawberry one. And then there are 3 modifications that this crochet designer includes on her Instagram. I'm gonna have to crochet whatever I pick out of my vending machine. So here are my choices. I can either get the strawberry cow, which is the original one. I might have to do the chocolate strawberry cow. Another option is going to be the cottage core cow. And then the newest modification is the strawberries and cream cow. So those are the 4 that I could potentially get. No, I do not have the yarn. So I'm going to be picking out the modification that I need to crochet and then putting in an order for some yarns to make sure I have enough. So let's see which one I get. It is time to pick out which jumbo cow plushie I'm going to have to make, and no, I do not get to repick. I am going to tip it upside down just so that they all have an equal chance, and it's not just the first one that I put in there. Okay, do you guys have any guesses? What do you think it's going to be? I'm excited. I'm really hoping for the cottagecore one because that is just like been my style lately, but I think they're all really, really cute. Okay, so I picked out a pink one. I have no idea. I don't remember what was in the pink ones. So let's see. And I'm going to show you guys. Okay, I could see through the paper, so I see it's cottage core. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. That one was definitely my favorite. I've been super into cottage core lately, so I am so excited to be able to make it. So next on my list to do is order all the yarn. I don't think it's going to be too much yarn, but I'm also not super confident that I have enough. So I'm going to go ahead and order and check back in with you guys after I get the yarn to make my jumbo cow plushie cottagecore modification. So it is the next day, and last night I got a start on the head. Oofta. Okay, she's looking a lot bigger than I originally thought. When I looked on Crochet Call's Instagram for her jumbo plushie, I realized she used Parfait Chunky and I'm using Parfait Plush. So mine's going to kind of come out in between. If you look on her Instagram, she has the jumbo cow and then a life-size cow, which I did not want to go for a life-size cow. Mine is going to be in between, so I don't think it's going to be too huge like the life-size one, but it's also going to be quite a bit bigger than her jumbo cow with the parfait chunky yarn. So I am using parfait plush. I think I have enough. Hopefully I bought enough yarn to finish this up, but right now this is the head, and just for reference, like I can wear it as a hat. So yeah, she's going to be big, but I realized that the biggest eyes I have right now are 25mm eyes, and those are not going to be big enough. So I did order some 35mm eyes. So I'm hoping those are big enough. I'm going to wait to finish the head until I get those. And in the meantime, I'm going to start working on the body. I think I can do almost all of the rest of the plushie. Here we go. Here we go. We're going, you guys. This is actually going to be the largest plushie I've ever made. My previous large one was Jack, which is a kind of a pumpkin head guy, and he took me 5 hours. So I feel like this one is going to take me way longer, but I'm excited. I'm excited. Let's see how this turns out. It is update time, you guys. It has been an entire weekend, a whole cold day where it was -40, felt like -40 degrees out. And I have done a lot of crocheting in the meantime to work on my jumbo cottagecore cow. So here's an update of where I am at. I am not quite finished. And honestly, as I was crocheting this is the close as I've come to making a blanket. What feels like making a blanket, in the sense of just having to crochet so many rows over and over and over and over again. I was having kind of a tough time, you guys, trying to visualize this cow coming together, especially with how big it's going to be. And I think it's going to actually not be as big as I was thinking. However, this will definitely be the largest plushie that I've ever made. So here's where I am at with the cow currently. I have some legs. I have the head that I still need to stuff. I actually had to buy 35mm eyes, so I did have to wait a couple days to get the eyes. And then we have some arms. I also made the nose, which will be pink. I have the strawberry horns. That's going to go on top. I'm going to add some seeds to it, but this is what they are looking like so far. And then the final piece that I'm really working on right now is the overalls for the cow. So I am almost done with the bib part, and then I can put on the straps. But we are almost there. So what I have left so far is to finish the overalls, and then I need to crochet some small flowers to put on the top of the head, and then the applique of the mushroom to go on the overalls. And then I can finally stuff everything and sew it together, and I'm going to take you guys along with me as I do that. So let's go. Well, she's not done, but I have made quite a bit of progress since I last checked in. So some initial thoughts in making this pattern is, whoa, it's big, and yeah, that comes with a lot of sewing, which I'm not opposed to sewing. I really don't mind sewing things together. Sometimes I think sewing is the best way to do it, but it is a lot of sewing. So I did go ahead and make all the individual pieces for my jumbo cottagecore cow, and now I have begun to assemble my cow. She's very close. So here's what I have so far. Ooh, I actually messed up on the head. I thought I was done with the head, and then I looked and I had never closed the head, so I had to go back and close the head. The body does stay open, and then you sew the body to the head. And I don't know, I kind of messed up a little bit on the ears. And I think anytime I make a plushie for the first time, it's always kind of like a big learning experience for me as far as like knowing how much to stuff it. I feel like I didn't stuff it quite enough in the bottom. But that's just like a learning part of any plushie, is figuring out how much to stuff it, where you want the eyes to go, sewing things on in proportion, making sure that they're evenly spaced. I feel like I have a pretty good eye for it, but sometimes it is still really tricky. Usually I can fix it, which is nice. Like with the head, I realized I was on the wrong round and I needed to close it. So I just went back, counted my stitches, and I got back on track, which is really nice with crochet. I feel like when I tried to knit, that was not the case, and I had to frog the whole thing. I was probably doing it wrong, I understand. But with crochet, I feel like it's really easy to kind of fix your mistakes in a way. And if you do miss a stitch or you're off a little bit, it's easy to kind of get back on track. So I am very happy with how she's turning out so far. I think she's adorable. I love her eyes. I'm excited to see where she ends up in the end, and I will update you guys when I am a little bit further along, but here she is. It is reveal time. My jumbo cottagecore cow plushie is complete, and it actually didn't take me quite as long as I thought it would. I kind of went into it thinking it would take me a couple weeks to finish, but it actually only took me a couple days to finish, in part due to it being so cold outside here in Wisconsin. It has been negative 40 degrees, feels like temperature last week, and it is below zero still. So that has helped a little bit. And I've also just tried to spend more time crocheting while I'm watching TV or doing something different to fit it in. But I did finish her. She looks amazing. I am so excited to show you her. So here she is. Oh my goodness. So she definitely turned out jumbo, but not quite as large as I was thinking at first. When I looked on Crochet Call's Instagram, she had jumbo and life size, which, like I said at the beginning, I don't want to do life size. That's not for me. But she did use Parfait Chunky for her jumbo cow plushie, and I'm using Parfait Plush. So I knew it would come out bigger. I wasn't exactly sure how big, but that was part of the fun of the challenge. And I think she turned out to be a great size. I'm actually really happy with the size that she turned out to be. She's definitely jumbo, and she's also definitely the largest plushie that I have ever made. So she was worth it. What's really cool about doing this video is I don't think I ever would have even tried to attempt something like this without having a YouTube video in mind. So I'm really glad that I did. I kind of pushed myself to do something that I wasn't sure I could do. And that is one of the reasons I love to crochet so much, is that it's always like this challenge and I'm not really sure if I can do it or not. Some challenging parts to crocheting this cow were, I would say the assembly was the trickiest part for me, just making sure that everything is lined up. She is not perfect, but she is perfectly imperfect. And they used to say that when you would be making a Woobles kit, that it was perfectly imperfect, and that has stuck with me. So there are some things that aren't 100% perfect with her, but for my first try, I think she is wonderful. I love how she turned out. My kids are absolutely obsessed with her right now. They want me to make more, and I'm like, hang on, I just made one, okay? Let me relish in the fact that I actually made one before I tried to make another one. So some things I would do differently, but I would definitely stuff the bottom part of the cow more. I don't think I stuffed it enough. I had a little bit of trouble with this mushroom applique. I tried it once in Parfait Plush and I feel like it was just too thick. It stuck out. It just didn't look great. So I ended up having to cut that out. And instead I did Parfait Chunky for the mushroom. And I like how it turned out a lot better. Just a little bit thinner, a little bit easier to use and to sew on. Another thing I would change is I did make her overalls way too long. So I ended up having to add little cuffs here and just roll it up because I wasn't paying attention to how big her overalls were getting. But yeah, I'm so happy with her overall. I can't believe I made her. I just started crocheting last summer and this is just blowing my mind that I can do something like this. And yeah, that's what's so cool about crochet. So yeah, so thank you guys for coming along with me on this little adventure of using my vending machine to pick out my plushie. I'm excited that I got cottagecore. I do want to try to make some of the other ones, like the strawberry one, strawberries and cream, I think looks really cute as well. And I think I might do this again in the future. I don't know about you, but sometimes I have analysis paralysis and I just can't decide what to make. So I think just having a vending machine do it for me, making that decision is helpful. So I definitely want to do another one of these videos in the future. And so I do have one question before we end today. What do I name her? I need a name, and I did try to chat GPT a name for her. It came up with like Honeybell, Olive, Willow. But if you guys have any really good cow names you think I should name her, put it below because she needs a name. I can't keep calling her my jumbo cow. She definitely needs a name. So what kind of name do you think I should name her? And thank you guys so much for watching and coming along with me on this video. It was so much fun and I will see you in my next video. Bye.